Hamilton's latest report to Ferrari management is brutal. He wants change now. Add Leclerc's frustration, swirling Horner links, and Vasseur's future on the line. Ferrari enters Austin under maximum pressure. Lewis Hamilton believes Ferrari can unlock more performance at the United States Grand Prix, calling it a potential step forward as the team eyes both the final stretch of 2025 and early groundwork for 2026. The seven-time world champion heads into round 19 after a tough weekend in Singapore, where a brake issue and track limits penalty dropped him from 7th to 8th. Despite that setback, Hamilton remains upbeat about Ferrari's direction, especially at the Circuit of the Americas, a venue where he's already claimed victory 5 times. With 6 races left, Hamilton sees every outing as a vital chance to refine the SF25 and set the tone for what's to come in the new era of Formula One. I never have expectations except for that we give it our all and we continue to improve. I think there are lots and lots of positives to take from every weekend, and there are lots of areas we can improve. We spent time after the last race going through areas that we can improve on, and I really think that this weekend we can take a step forward and extract more from the car that we have. We've not moved the car forward in terms of performance, but there is more performance in the car that if we execute a little bit better, I think we can extract more, so that's the goal. With just 6 races remaining in the 2025 season, 3 of them sprints, Hamilton was asked about Ferrari's mindset and strategy. Specifically, how the team plans to tackle the final stretch while laying the groundwork for 2026, when sweeping new technical regulations will reshape the sport. These are ultimately test weekends, really, in terms of just continuing to learn, to improve on our processes, he explained. In the last races, there have been a couple of gems through the weekend that we couldn't capitalize on, and so it's taking those good bits from there and continuing to work on them to take what works and then change what isn't working. So that's what we're trying to do moving forwards. I think it's continuing to build on the relationships, continuing to build on communication. Ultimately, everyone back at the factory really deserves a good result, and that's the sole focus. To get good results, try to maximize, squeeze every point we can out of our performances on the weekends. And I really believe that we can do that, so we just stay focused. Currently sitting 6th in the championship and trailing Oscar Piastri by 211 points, Hamilton has thrown his backing behind team principal Fred Vasseur, who secured a 3-year contract extension back in July. For now, Ferrari chairman John Elkann continues to back Vasseur, while Christian Horner remains unavailable for any new role until next April. Ahead of the US Grand Prix in Austin, where he even saddled up for his first ever horseback photo shoot, Hamilton was asked about the Horner situation. It is a little bit distracting for us. The team have made it clear where things stand in terms of re-signing Fred. Fred and the whole team are working really hard on the future. For me, it is trying to keep the focus on the goal in front of us and building next year's car so that we can have better execution and better performance. Leclerc, on the other hand, has also pushed back against what he calls annoying rumours swirling around Ferrari, adding to the challenges of what has already been a tough season for the Scuderia. Frustrated by the SF25's recent lack of pace, Charles Leclerc has once again found himself at the centre of speculation, with whispers suggesting he may be exploring a way out of Ferrari. The Monegasque has been with the Maranello squad since 2019 and has long carried the tag of Ferrari's golden child. But it's not just Leclerc's future drawing attention. In the lead-up to this weekend's United States Grand Prix, rumours have resurfaced linking Christian Horner to Fred Vasseur's team principal role, despite Ferrari having dismissed such talk earlier in the year. Addressed directly about the noise surrounding his own future, Leclerc responded, "What I can say is what I've always said, and that's very clear. I've always loved Ferrari so much, and my only obsession at the moment is to win in red, whether it's now or in the future. and I want to bring back Ferrari to the top. And I would like to add, there are lots of speculations around me, but just in general, around the team, for whatever reason, I feel like there are too many people picking things not coming from actual facts, and it's just a little bit annoying. Ferrari facing a storm of rumours is nothing new, and Charles Leclerc has grown accustomed to seeing false narratives swirl around the team. With a brand as massive as Ferrari, speculation always intensifies when results fail to meet expectations, which is exactly the situation they find themselves in now. It's always been like that, and I think as a driver, as a team, we just got to focus on our things, which is what we are doing, added Leclerc. But it's just not great and not super nice to see all these things around the team all the time. It's definitely not a situation we want to be in a way that the performance is not at the level where we want to be. But we are all focused in trying to turn that situation around, as I was saying. And whenever there is those situations where the results are not there, then there are always those rumours around that come back. But yeah, what I say is what I've said in the past 6 or 7 years with the team. Going back to Hamilton, the 7-time world champion has reportedly submitted a fresh document to Ferrari's management, signaling his continued involvement in shaping the team's direction and pushing for progress behind the scenes. According to Italian outlet Corriere della Sera, Hamilton has recently submitted another report to top management at Ferrari, doubling down on his push for procedural and strategic changes within the team. One issue he flagged came during qualifying at the Singapore Grand Prix earlier this month. Hamilton explained that both he and Charles Leclerc lost valuable tyre temperature after being stuck queuing in the pit lane. Forced to push aggressively on their outlaps to recover heat, the pair ended up compromising performance on their flying laps. Reflecting on the matter, Hamilton noted, "Every time we do that, we're just falling further and further back. It happens every weekend. It has affected us all season. But I don't know whether or not they Ferrari see it so much. We're losing so much temperature, maybe 5 or 6 degrees, whatever it is. It's still a lot of temperature, and it's really hard to gain that back in the outlap without using the tyre so much, which we ultimately do. I think the guys that are on pole, they went out on track quicker with less waiting in the pit lane. I think that's an area we can improve on, for sure." As Ferrari fights rumours, Leclerc defends loyalty, and Horner speculation lingers, Hamilton's sharp documents stand out. Proof he's determined to shape Maranello's future, one memo and one race at a time.